Hey, welcome back to the Experience Share. My name is Blake, and today we're gonna run it back with this wet aggro deck going against another sorcerer aggro. And shout out to Zach Attack, who's also the head judge for March of the Mortals. Huge thank you, Zach, for all that you do for the community, what you do for the rulings, how active you are on the Discord channel. Very grateful for him. But all right, so taking a look here at the opening hand, we have a floodplain, and that's going to unlock all our double threshold cards here. And so I feel pretty good about that, as well as one each of our other spells. And so that's good. Pay no attention to how hard it was for me to get those cards under that deck. All right, Drown. I definitely should have held on to my floodplain. There was absolutely no reason to play it now. I should have started off with the desert. The reason why is then I could play an aggressive floodplain on their minions. There's a part of the reason why I think there's benefit and value in putting your floodplain down there is that you're able to prevent your cores from being earthquake or drowned. But with the drowned in hand, I think it's probably pretty good to keep this. Now, you'll see we're going to go for the pretty aggressive common sense into the berry. Reason why is I know for a fact I'm going to need removal in this matchup. And the best way for me to go ahead and get the removal is just going to be to play it down now. So Violent coming down, hitting me for 2, threatening me with another 2 damage here on the attack. And so here we're looking at our hand. We could tap, we could play an Arid Desert that would ping 1 damage. And so I guess that wouldn't necessarily do anything. We can Floodplain to drown. And so what I decided the best thing to do here is going to be go ahead and tap and draw a card, because I'm not going to play any. I'm not going to double spell at all here. And this deck really kind of caps out at 4. And so I don't mind drawing another card to make sure I get the best option possible. Now, here we go. I get punished big time for this play as he comes in with the Blaze, taking out the Bosk Troll, and hitting me for 2 damage in the meantime. So off the top, we get the Philosopher's Stone. So that's a really solid card here. Then we're able to pay 2 for the Root Spider. And tap, draw another card. Do we have 4? Oh, man. Okay. Looking back at the replay, it seems like I should not have been able to play that Violent. I hope that doesn't hugely impact the game here. All right, I feel better now that it doesn't really impact the game because he's able to hit me there with the Violent. Okay, so looking at here, we could go ahead and attack with the Ruler of Thule. We have the 4 mana because of the Philosopher's Stone. I can't move Root Spider under the floodplain. It would just drown the spider. So my spider's kind of stuck here. I could play a site, move the spider up. That's an option there for us. I could also just go ahead and drown. Yeah, I should have used drown instead of bury. That was a bit of a mistake there too. The reason why you want to use drown is because I can guarantee flood that site that he was on, and that would enable me to save Barry for something else. He's not going to be able to spawn any minions on my site either way. So yeah, not the best play on my part. Because I unbury the Root Spider, he's able to Violent it here. And the reason for unburying it is there was really nothing my Root Spider was going to be able to do there. And so at this point now, let's see. Okay, we tap, play the desert. The philosophy here has just been give myself as many options as possible. And there's nothing wrong with me playing the desert here, but I also don't mind just seeing more cards. Part of my thought process behind why I'd want to go ahead and play it is that way I can have a little bit more agency on future turns. Now, one thing that's going to be tough here, and playing it down so that lets us be able to hit the earthquake here, and then he shoots a projectile to hit me for 1. Okay, Shield Maiden, reducing the damage is going to be tough for me to be able to deal with. However, the good news is I'm trying to decide what I want to draw here. I have what I need thanks to the Philosopher's Stone to play the Earthquake, and there's a good chance that we do just go ahead and play the Earthquake. Shield Maiden is definitely going to be annoying for us to be able to deal with because of... Yep, so we go ahead and tap to draw a card because we know that there's a likelihood that we are only going to play the Earthquake. Being able to bury here is also huge. And now notice how I was able to use the Earthquake, move the Sorcerer up, and now my Kobold is able to attack his site for 2, but then I'm also able to strike him for 2. So that's a really, really good play that puts the momentum in our favor. Wicked Witch here is going to be able to decrease the power, and now notice if I had a drown or bury, I'd be able to just bury the witch, but that's not going to be able to happen here. The good news is that we can go ahead and blaze running past the witch, so we'll pay 2, we'll go blaze, run past the witch, deal 2 to the avatar, go ahead and kill the witch, and then we'll attack the site for 2 and then strike for another 2, and then we're leaving our kobolds on that back row, so that way if we play the Ruler of Thule down, that could be a 6-point strike because he'll get the +1 from the Ruler of Thule. And okay, yeah, because of the Philosopher's Stone, we're able to go ahead, make that play, strike for another 3, put him down to 6, and with double Firebolt in hand, that's gonna be a lot of pressure here. And notice how instead of drawing sites, we were drawing card after card to try to make the best plays that we could. And okay, he has double removal spells to get rid of everybody there, but so here's the question: is how bad do I want to get him on death's door? And the answer is going to be pretty bad. The reason I do not mind this play of just playing them both out is we have the Colicky Dragonettes in hand, and I will be able to. There's not really a place that he's going to be able to move. I guess if he moves to our right, his left. Oh no. Zach drew the Divine Healing now, but there's not going to be much that he's going to be able to do. Ooh, Jihad plus Kobolds. That's going to hit me for 6 here. Okay, instead he just goes ahead and takes out the Bosk Troll. It's fine play. But thankfully, we have the Dragonettes to be able to take the game here. Once again, huge shout out to Zach Attack. Thank you, Zach, for all that you do for the community. Really appreciate you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick Sorcerer Aggro video and deck profile here. But that's going to do it for this video. Can't wait to see you in the next one. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.